There is something that most men today run away from: solitude. The mere thought of being alone terrifies them. They constantly seek distractions, whether it's from their phone, people around them, or the endless noise of society. But here's what they don't get. Solitude isn't isolation. It's a weapon. Let's face it, most men have no idea who they really are. They spend their time trying to fit in, constantly looking for external validation. They've been conditioned to think that being surrounded by people is the only way to prove their worth. But here's the unpleasant truth. Until you're comfortable with being alone, you're not truly free. Think about that. When a man embraces solitude, he's no longer relying on anyone else to tell him what he's worth. He knows it himself. He's no longer chasing approval. He doesn't need the constant attention or validation that others crave. That's where real power comes from. In the quiet moments when it's just you and your thoughts, that's when you truly discover who you really are. And let me tell you, most men are terrified of that kind of self-awareness. Why? Because when you strip away the distractions, you're forced to confront yourself, your strengths, your weaknesses, your insecurities. But that's exactly where growth happens. A man who embraces solitude is a man who is constantly evolving, becoming stronger, more resilient. He's not hiding from life. He's preparing for it. He's sharpening his mind, cultivating a deep sense of self-awareness, and building a foundation that nothing can shake. Now think, when was the last time you were truly alone? No distractions, no noise, just you and your own company. How comfortable were you? Did you feel the urge to reach for your phone, to text someone, to find something, anything, to pull you away from that moment? If so, then you've got work to do, brother. When a man starts to be comfortable being alone, he's not rattled by life's challenges. He doesn't panic when things get tough. He doesn't need someone to hold his hand through every difficulty. He's trained for this. He's faced himself in the mirror and come out stronger on the other side. And that's the kind of strength no one can take away from you. This strength, it translates into every aspect of your life. You're the guy who can sit down, enjoy a meal alone, and not give a damn about who's watching. You don't need the approval of others. You're not seeking validation because you don't need it. There's a peace in solitude that can't be matched by the noise and chaos of constant company. It's a peace that comes from being fully aware of who you are and being okay with it. There's a reason why some men prefer silence and solitude over the endless noise of the world. It's not weakness, and it's not weird. In fact, it's the opposite. Silence is a sign of strength, of someone who's faced life's hardest challenges and come out the other side stronger. They don't need to talk about it. They've lived it. And that's something you can't fake. Look, too many people mistake quietness for passiveness or even insecurity, but that's not what's going on here. A man who embraces solitude is someone who's made a conscious choice. He's not running from the world. He's mastered it by choosing what he lets into his life. So, when you come across a man like this, respect it and learn. Understand that his journey has shaped him into someone who doesn't need the constant buzz of social interaction to feel alive. He's at peace with himself, and that's a rare thing. A man who's comfortable in solitude is a man who's comfortable in life. You're not chasing after things or people that aren't aligned with your purpose. You navigate the world with confidence, not because you're the loudest in the room, but because you're the most secure in your own skin. You are your own anchor, and that terrifies others. People, especially the weak men, will feel the weight of your strength. It threatens them. They see what you can do, what they never could, and it eats away at them. Their hatred will burn hot. their envy even hotter. But none of it will matter anymore. Not to you. You might wonder, what's the takeaway here? It's simple. Value solitude. It's not just about being alone. It's about building self-worth and learning who you are without the influence of others. The more time you spend in solitude, the more you understand your own value, and the less likely you are to tolerate superficial connections and meaningless relationships. If you found these insights valuable, then you know what to do. We're just getting started. This journey into understanding the power of solitude, the value of authenticity, and the strength that comes from embracing your own company. It's only the beginning. Rise, brother.